I revisited the whole hairline customization thing on frontals and lace wigs, and this time I'm using some AliExpress hair and frontal that was sent to me from Amazing Hair on AliExpress. Wait, I just said AliExpress. But yeah, more details will be provided in the info section down below. It looks like the knots are already bleached on the frontal, but I can still see some black bits, like the black dots. And I'm gonna end up bleaching it, but first I'm gonna thin out the hairline. This is how the frontal came naturally, so the point of this is to make it look more realistic. I'm sure a lot of you guys know what most hairlines look like, especially yours, so I tried my best to mimic what I'd realistically want mine to look like. I'm using a tweezer so I can control how much hair comes out at a time. And this will take some time, but I find it's more efficient than pulling them out like I did in my previous customization video. You can thin it out as much as you like, but don't go too crazy because the point is not to have bald edges, but something that looks more realistic. Also, I cut the lace in the front before thinning in my last video, but it's best to cut the lace after to prevent too much fraying and the lace can even rip. It also helps you to better see how the hairline is coming along. Thinning out the edges on the frontal will most likely get rid of the baby hairs that the frontals normally come with, which usually looks crazy anyway, and you will end up with some short little hairs in the front instead, which even makes it look more realistic. And if you want more shorter pieces in the front, you can just simply use the tweezer to kind of cut some little smaller pieces in the front like I'm doing right here. Bleaching the knots on the lace makes it less visible when you put it on, also makes your parting look more natural. Tried it out to see how it's looking before I moved on. I decided to bleach the knots because I was able to see a lot of the black dots. Then I cut off the extra lace in the front.
It's gonna be a long time before we stop. Boy, better know who make a scene pop. All I ever needed was a chance to get the team hot. Only thing I fear is a headshot or a screenshot. Breathe me, them will breathe me. You know they only call on me when they...
I added some loose waves and an elastic band to lay it flat, placed the wig on my hairline, and that's it.
The girls in the very first text I said, I don't take no lovers, I don't take no friends. If you wanna live, we can live right now. Skip it with some Drake, cause I'm sing right now. You sing right now, you sing right now, you sing right now, you sing right now. Skip it with some Drake, cause I'm sing right now, you sing right now.
Side note, the hair on this frontal was like the most annoying thing to work with. It barely has movement and it's so stiff, but it worked okay for what I needed it for, which was to practice. This is my second time doing this and I'm still practicing. Good thing it's cheap compared to most other frontals. It's great for practice but won't last that long. The wefted hair itself is also okay, but I made it work.